It's been a little over a week now since the destructive windstorm struck the greater Bemidji area. City, county, and state officials came together almost instantly to gather resources and assist the community in recovery efforts. Our reporter Matthew Freeman highlights the work done by both the Beltrami County and the City of Bemidji's emergency management teams.
After the reported 120-mile-an-hour wind speeds finally died down around 2 a.m. on Saturday in Beltrami County, emergency responders didn't have to wait long for calls to start rolling in.
When we talk about like the initial period from the time the storm hit until the following morning, Bemidji Fire Department members responded to over 100 calls for service. And they varied from power lines down to gas line breaks, fires, car accidents, and so on and so forth.
The volume of calls was becoming too much for the fire department to handle all at once.
We actually had to set up a secondary operations center, a dispatch center here, and had to prioritize the calls as we were strapped.
Once Beltrami County's emergency management director saw the magnitude of the storm rise quickly, he sounded the sirens and sent the code red alerts.
I think those were effective because we did not have a single injury or death with this storm.
The former Bemidji emergency manager, Police Chief Mike Maston, praised the newly appointed emergency manager, Fire Chief Justin Sherwood, for how he handled what he says was a very difficult situation.
It is a heavy weight, a big thing to carry, to have all of this at once. You know, there's multiple phones and radios and everything going off. The fact that he was aware enough to recognize immediately that this is going to grow and this is big, especially at 2 a.m. when there wasn't a light on in the city and you couldn't see anything anyway, but it was nice to be able to use some experience and help mentor Justin through this, and he did a fantastic job.
The Bemidji Fire Department received help from all over the state, with several firefighters volunteering their time to help with the initial volume of calls. Chief Sherwood wants to thank those who volunteered, not only for their assistance, but also for the bonds that were made.
One of the things I will never ever forget is when I walked into the station, right up against our fire engine was a gentleman's cot. It made me super proud that he was happy to be here on a cot, snuggling with our fire engine, if you will. And they were all smiles. I mean, there were stories of calls they get to go on, fellowship, staying up most of the night talking and visiting with members that they've never met. And they were happy to do it.
Despite suffering heavy damage to his own home, Chris Mueller continued to gather resources and kept the public informed as much as possible about available resources. As everything now switches from emergency response to recovery, Mueller wanted to highlight those in the community who helped a neighbor in need.
We always say that we don't want that dark day. It was a dark morning, but then the sun came up. The clouds cleared and we came together, and we're going to continue to move together.
Reporting in Bemidji, I'm Matthew Freeman, Lakeland News.